Mercury will go retrograde from December the 29th to January the 18th. And the key theme for this particular Mercury retrograde season is that of the embodiment of the awakening soul. I mean, how beautiful is that, right? So much has been happening. 2022 was definitely a year where a lot of souls have been awakening. There was a lot of deep inner healing that was going on. A lot of shifts were happening. And it was a deeply transformational year for so many souls that were really ready. And now with this Mercury retrograde, I mean, Mercury retrograde is all about, going within anyways and slowing down. And you may or may not enjoy Mercury retrograde season, but each season actually has a key theme. And for this particular one, which is basically going from 2022 into 2023, is truly about really embodying that awakening soul, bringing all of that home from all the stuff that happened in 2022, really helping you embody that even more. So then moving forward into the new year, you will really embody that on a deeper level. Not just thinking about all the things that happened or trying to adjust your life, but no, you will really be being given the opportunity to embody it on a deeper level, like really becoming that awakening soul that you have been activated to over these last 12 months, basically. And now it's really giving you that opportunity to really bring it all home and live from that place of that awakening soul. And in this video today, I want to share with you 5 key things that I think you should know about this particular Mercury retrograde season so you can really make the most out of it and take that time that you really need to step into this. The first key thing I want you to know is that it's truly the time for going within to rediscover that awakening soul within. And yes, Mercury retrograde is all about the REs, rediscover, recharge, revisit, and all of those different things. And you most likely will feel slowed down anyway. So it's a perfect time to make the most out of the Mercury retrograde season by really taking time to go within. Knowing that the key theme is the embodiment of the awakening soul, well, that gives you then the insights into what to focus on, to really take that time to go within, to uncover, well, who are you now? Who is that awakening soul? Because much has shifted. I mean, if we're looking back these past 12 months, 2022, all the things that you have gone through, all the shifts that happened, all the ups and downs, the deep inner healing, all the stuff that happened, it happened for a reason. And now with this Mercury retrograde season, it really invites you to take time to go within. And even the 2 weeks prior to Mercury retrograde, before Mercury goes retrograde, it's an ideal time to pay attention what is really coming up for you. So basically, you're being invited to take that time out to connect deeply within, to uncover all of the aspects about yourself, really getting to know yourself again on a deeper level. That true self of yours, because you may have been holding on to certain things out of habit because it's been like that for such a long time and things are out of alignment that maybe you are now actually looking at life from a different kind of perspective, and you're really being asked to really uncover those things, uncover the things that have changed about you because you have risen in vibration and frequency. Your viewpoint most likely has changed with everything that has been happening in 2022. So it's really giving you that opportunity to get to know that awakening self, once again, that true self within you. And it really takes that time to go within, to maybe meditate a little bit more. Like I said, Mercury, you may feel slowed down anyways. Things may not work out the way you want them to work out. So instead of getting upset about Mercury being in retrograde and all the crazy things that can happen, is just be grateful for that, because it gives you the time to say, okay, I'm just going to slow down. I'm going to go more within. I'm going to uncover the things that usually I'm too busy to uncover. Maybe, like I said, take a little more time out to meditate a little bit more, journal a little bit more, do something really to connect more within. Because, like I said, Mercury is all about really going within. And in order to really embody that awakening self, now that awakening soul, well, you have to first get to know yourself again, right? So take that time. The first key thing is really take that time, make that space to go within, to rediscover that awakening self that's already within you. Then the second key thing here is you also want to create time and space for inner healing, letting go of all the old, the outdated things that are simply no longer serving you. Like I said, much healing has already happened in 2022, but there may be still some things left that you haven't really dealt with, that you haven't released, that you haven't let go of. So here, as you're tuning in and maybe journaling a little bit more, maybe meditating a little bit more, you may uncover certain things that are now coming to the surface. And here, I really want to invite you, whatever comes up, never disregard it, because it's coming up for a reason. It's like that knock on the door, like, hey, there's something here, pay attention. So pay attention to what is coming up for you, because when you have the awareness, you always have power, because then you have the power of choice. If you're unaware, well, the stuff is still there, but you are just unaware of it. You are not in control. You have no power over those things because you are unaware. So take that time and make that space for that inner healing, whether it's maybe listening to any of my light code activations, or going to get a healing session. If you want one of my healing sessions, there's a link in the description below if you would like to have a light language healing session. Or whatever it is that you feel called to do. Maybe you have your own modalities of healing. Maybe listen to healing meditations, whatever it is. But do something to really create that time and space to allow that healing to unfold. When you're more intentional about the healing, it's actually a lot easier than if energetically there's just so much happening that is kind of forcing the healing. I mean, just think back the eclipse season in October, November. I mean, there was a lot of healing going on, and it was like the eclipse was pulling it out, right? There was like, you had no other choice but to just allow it. But now you're having that opportunity to take the time to go within and do your own healing. Sometimes just becoming aware of what is still there can give you the power to make a shift already. But truly make that time and space to allow the healing to unfold, because there's still certain things that require healing and letting go in order for you to really embrace and embody that awakening soul that you already are deep within. Because like I said, there may be some old things that you have been holding on to that are simply outdated, but you have been holding on to it out of habit, or because you were just simply not aware of it. So make that time and space to allow that inner healing to unfold, and do it on your own terms, like literally setting the intention, okay, I'm going to take that time right now for healing. Or like I said, get a healing sessions or something like that, whatever you feel called to do. But that will really serve you, because these things, they can still hold you back and overshadow your awakening self. And if you really want to feel more at home in yourself, or feel more connected, there may be still some things that require some healing and letting go of. Then the third thing here is you want to really connect or reconnect with soul's deepest desires. Now, you may have already set your intentions for the new year, or kind of thought about some goals, what you want to accomplish, what you want to achieve. Now here, I want to invite you really tune in to see what are your soul's deepest desires. Sometimes your soul's deepest desires are different than what you think you actually want. But really reconnecting with that will really help you. And the more you start healing and releasing all that old stuff that you have been still carrying with you, you're then actually rediscovering what you truly want, because you're releasing all the stuff, the old stuff that no longer is in alignment with you. And then you're realizing, okay, I'm this new person now. Well, I have completely different desires, or maybe some more elevated desires and things like that. So really reconnect with that. Reconnect with your soul's truest desires of what does your soul crave to do? What is your soul nudging you to do, nudging you to embrace? Maybe going into a different direction, or in a more evolved direction, or whatever it is. Really reconnect with that, because that will then help you really move forward in alignment with who you have grown into already. And here also pay attention what is actually out of alignment, because as you have grown so much over these last 12 months, you may then really realize that certain things are simply, they don't fit anymore. They're out of alignment. It doesn't feel right anymore. And here I really want to invite you, be courageous enough to acknowledge that and then do something about it. Now, I'm not saying do anything crazy and irresponsible, but do something to make a change, to let certain things go, to look into maybe a different direction or anything like that. Whatever you feel called to do that is in alignment with those soul nudges, what your soul truly wants to do moving forward. Because I really have a sense, and I'll definitely will do a video about the next year, about 2023, the key energies and what to focus on. But I'm already getting somewhat of a sense that the next year is truly going to be powerful, where a lot of shifts are happening, a lot of changes are happening, where your life is then where you're really stepping even more into what your soul is here to do. So I'm not quite sure yet what next year is going to bring. Like I said, I still got to tune into the energies, but the video is coming very soon, so be sure to subscribe if you haven't done so already, so you can catch that video. But there's definitely next year is going to be a completely new energy. So do your work now. And it's actually beautiful that Mercury retrograde is falling right at the beginning of 2023, because it really helps you clear all that stuff that you don't need to then carry with you as you then move forward into the new year, the new energies, and into a new path that is truly unfolding for you. And there's also a video I want to mention to you to consider checking out. It's about how to really listen and trust in your inner calling and embrace your soul's path. Link is in the description below. That can maybe help you also to really tune in more, to listen more to what is your soul trying to convey to you. What is your soul's calling? What is your soul really trying or desiring to do in this lifetime? Because I truly believe, if you're here watching this video, that you are one of the amazing souls or awakening souls that is here for an important reason, right? To make an impact. So you want to listen to that soul's calling. So definitely check out that video. Then the fourth piece here is that prepare for that higher soul's path that is now unfolding, that your soul has now chosen for this lifetime. You really want to take time out and listen closely. And here, by really tapping into your soul's desires, it's really going to be beneficial, because the answers will then be forthcoming. You will get insights into what is that next step for you. What are you here to do? What do you need to be made aware of? And things like that. And here, really make note. Make note of all the insights that you're gaining during Mercury retrograde season, because that will then truly be the stepping stone for that new path leading forward. Now, don't take any massive actions during Mercury retrograde season, but once Mercury goes direct again, and after the last the 2 weeks after that, that's when you then will feel that inner call also then to move forward. But definitely make note of whatever's coming up for you during Mercury retrograde season, because that's truly then the stepping stone for that path moving forward, because you are really meant to embrace your awakening soul. While doing that, there are also then things that come with that. Your soul will then crave certain things, maybe start something, do something differently, change your perception, or start something completely that you didn't even thought that you actually wanted, whatever it is. So you will get those insights if you take the time and tune in. That is the key here, because if you're always so busy and trying to push through the day and you have this huge to-do list or whatnot, you're often too distracted to receive guidance. That's why it's so important to make that time and space for going within, for meditation, for the healing, the releasing, the inner contemplation, the journaling, and those type of things, to receive the insights, to receive the guidance, the visions, and those type of things. And if you want to know more about what your next year holds for you, what that more evolved path is for you, I want to invite you to consider my Your Year Ahead Akashic Record reading, where I give you clear insights into the next 12 months. So you know exactly what to prepare for the year, what lessons you need to learn, and you will get insights into the core areas of your life, from spiritual development, love and relationship, wealth and abundance, and health, and so many more things. So you will get a detailed blueprint for the next year. If that is of interest to you, there's a link in the description below, so you can check it out right now. I still have the holiday special as well, the season special. So if that is of interest to you, and if you want that clear guidance for the coming year, definitely check out the link in the description below. I would be honored to provide you with a reading like that. But for yourself as well, definitely be sure to make that time to go within and allow the answers to come forth, or become aware of the answers and make note of that. Then the fifth and final piece here is that there's now also an inner reset happening, an inner realignment that is happening. So shifts will occur in your life. Think of it like that. It feels like things are clicking into place, where things start to make more sense, where you really feel that inner alignment to yourself, your life, the things you want to be doing, and everything else. It feels more in alignment now, because there's truly this reset going on right now, this inner realignment. And it's important to really take that time to allow this to happen, because also if you're always so busy, you're missing the point, right? You're not allowing yourself to allow this inner reset, this inner realignment to take place. So that's why it's so important to really take that time out, to take that time to go within, meditate more, journal more, do whatever you feel called to do. Take time away from all the busyness, from social media, from watching TV, from being around all these different people and doing so much stuff. It's okay to just maybe go in your room, or if you have a special room, or if you don't, just maybe go somewhere where you can be undisturbed for a time and just go within. That is so beneficial during Mercury retrograde season, but of course any other time as well, right? But right now, if you really want to make the most out of this Mercury retrograde season, really make that time and space to go more within. Allow the shift, this realignment, this inner reset to unfold, and then listen to the messages, listen to the insights, really pay attention what is going on. Be open to releasing more of what is out of alignment, what requires healing, what requires letting go of. And then, of course, also get to know yourself once again, and you can do that by really taking more time to go within. So here are the 5 key things I want you to know about this Mercury retrograde season. I hope you enjoyed this video so far. If you did, do me a favor, hit the like button. Maybe leave me a comment below and let me know, how do you like Mercury retrograde? Are you the kind of person you don't like Mercury retrograde, or do you actually embrace it and use it for your inner growth? I would love to know. But now, how can you really make the most out of this Mercury retrograde season? Now, I already shared with you a couple of things, but now I also want to mention that you want to really revisit your goals. Now, if you've already set your intentions for the next year, for 2023, you may want to revisit them, especially after Mercury goes direct again, after all these shifts have happened. Revisit your goals, and then adjust or tweak your intentions, because so much will shift during Mercury retrograde season. So definitely allow this to unfold. Definitely take that time to go within. But then after Mercury goes direct again, definitely revisit your intentions, your goals, because they may have shifted. They may have changed. They may no longer feel in alignment with you anymore because of all that has happened during Mercury retrograde season. And you can even pay attention during Mercury retrograde season as well. Kind of keep an eye on your intention. Keep your eye on your goals for 2023 and see how are they shifting. Do you still feel in alignment with it? But definitely afterwards, definitely adjust them, tweak them as necessary. And like I mentioned earlier, if you want a clear guidance for that next year, so you really have that roadmap, that blueprint for the next 12 months, consider my Your Year Ahead Akashic Record reading, because you will definitely get the deep insights, the clarity, like I said, the roadmap for the next 12 months, so you can really stay in alignment with your soul's path, your soul's higher timeline, and create the life that you're truly meant to live. Okay, so thank you so much for being here, for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed this. Now be sure to check out this video here about really listening and trusting your inner calling, so you can really step into your soul's path. I think you're gonna love it, and I look forward to seeing you again in the next video. Until then, make it an amazingly abundant, successful day. Namaste.